A man's porn addiction and his inability to land and maintain a high-value relationship with a high-value woman is very connected. For those of you guys that cannot seem to understand how your porn addiction affects your romantic pursuits or why women don't find you attractive or they're not interested in you, if you don't understand how they're connected, then this video is for you. Welcome back, guys. My name is Tom, and I'm here to be your wingman. I discovered that there's a lot of men out there that don't seem to understand that there's a connection between your attractiveness level, and your addiction to porn. A lot of men don't seem to understand that they are very connected. Now, if you're one of those guys that says, you know what, Tom, I don't care what you think. I think porn is okay. I'm going to continue to watch it. I'm going to continue to wank it to pixels on a screen. Then you go right ahead. This video is definitely not for you. But I'm talking to the man that wants to find the one. The man that wants to find a high-value relationship with a high-value woman in a long-term, committed, serious, monogamous relationship, and perhaps even start a family. There are a lot of you guys out there that are like that, but you cannot and will not be able to achieve that if you're watching porn. Because let me tell you guys, what you don't understand is that when you're consuming porn on a regular basis, it decreases your attractiveness level so much that women can smell it off you. They may not overtly know that you're watching porn, but there are subtle things that will manifest in your life that you don't even realize, like a bad habit that you do, that you don't even realize you're doing it, that they will be able to pick up on and see and have these indicators to know that there's something off about you. Okay, it's kind of like when an animal can sense fear. They know when you're afraid. They can sense when the alpha's feeling weak, so they'll go and attack the alpha male and try to take over his spot. Women in the same way, they know, they can sense when there's something off about you. So I'm going to give you the top 7 things that pornography will kill in your life if you continue to consume it regularly. The first thing that porn is going to kill, guys, is it's going to kill your confidence. We hear it said all the time that men need to be confident. Women love a confident man. That is true. And when you're consuming porn on a regular basis, it will kill your confidence. Let me explain. Not only do you start comparing yourself to some of these performers online that you see, when you get those cheap dopamine spikes, you're actually now start seeking out non-real life reward-seeking behaviors. See, when you're out in the real world accomplishing real things, whether it be through winning a debate or be getting a promotion in your career or in your job or your fitness goals or your financial goals, when you actually start going out and achieving real life things in the real world in real time with other people, it builds your confidence, right? You walk into a room with your head high and your shoulders back. You know you're the man. You know when you come into this room knowing that, hey, I'm a man of accomplishment. I do real things in real time. I'm not just in some fantasy world getting a cheap thrill and getting rewarded for something that's not even real in real life. When you are actually out accomplishing things, you're actually out doing things in the real world, it builds your confidence. But when you're consuming porn, it will kill your confidence in an indirect way. Number 2, the second thing that porn kills, guys, is your social and communication skills. Let me explain. See, porn is an isolating event. Okay, when was the last time you actually called your friends to come over and watch porn with you? No, usually you're doing it alone under cover of darkness with the doors locked, right? And the more you consume, the more isolated you become. The more isolated you become, the less you're out in the real world talking to real women in real time, practicing verbal judo, practicing knowing how to read emotional and verbal cues, practicing learning how to read a room, practicing how to talk to people in real social settings. You're not doing that. Why? Because you're constantly consuming porn and you're isolated and you're by yourself. You know, women love men who got strong and effective communication skills, and men who don't watch porn and actually put themselves out there tend to have better communication skills than guys that are constantly sitting home and watching porn. Because see, these guys are out there, they're more attentive, they're more active, they practice active listening, and they're more emotionally present when speaking with a woman. Number 3, guys, the third thing that porn will kill in your life is your motivation. See, because porn is an instant gratification thing, it doesn't force personal growth. Why is it that when parents who spent 30 years building a company who just inherited to their children, 9 out of 10 times that company ends up going bankrupt or gets bought out by a bigger company? Because those kids just had instant gratification handed to them. They didn't earn it. They didn't develop the skills necessary to sustain and make the company actually grow. In the same way, when you continually watch porn, you're not forcing yourself to become better. You're not trying to develop and acquire skills that will make you become more attractive, whether it be through your personal fitness or your communication skills or the way you speak or anything of that nature. You're just constantly getting the cheap thrill, so you're not developing yourself personally. See, men who do not watch porn, what makes them attractive is they are purpose and goal driven. They're constantly driven to succeed, to become better in whatever their craft may be. Again, whether it be their work or through their fitness or their finances, they're constantly trying to level themselves up and grow. Thus, they are truly motivated, and that's what makes them attractive. The fourth thing that porn will kill, guys, is your natural masculine energy and your presence. See, when you're consuming porn, whether you realize it or not, you're walking around with guilt. You're walking around with shame. You walk around with this kind of inwardness where you just know that there's something not right about you. It lowers your testosterone level. And let me tell you, when you're walking around in society or when you walk into a room, women can literally sense and smell that off of you, okay? When you're not consuming porn and you're actually practicing semen retention, and that's another video, your skin begins to glow. You begin to shine. You walk high and confident, and you have this natural energy to you. You have this motivation, this confidence, the very things that women are attracted to. You have better control over your impulses. You're more confident, disciplined, and self-assured. See, women see this as a man that is emotionally stable and strong and has control over his impulses, thus making your natural masculine energy and presence become more apparent. Things that women are highly attracted to. Number 5, this one's a huge one, guys, especially for women, especially a mature, high-value woman who knows who she is and knows what she wants. This one is big, okay? When you consume porn on a regular basis, the 5th thing that it's going to kill is it's going to kill your emotional intimacy. It's going to kill your ability to be emotionally available. A lot of men say, well, that's not what real men do. A real man is not going to be emotionally available to a woman. No. Stop it with that nonsense. That's what all those red pill player guys say all the time, that, oh, a real man doesn't ever show his emotions to his woman. That is a lie, okay? A mature woman is going to want you to be expressing your emotions in a healthy and in a masculine way, because you can do that. You can do it in an unhealthy and in a healthy way. And guys that tend to shut down and don't want to share and don't ever want to be emotionally available, they're just completely closed off. A lot of times it's because they're consuming porn. See, when you're continually watching porn, you're teaching your brain to associate arousal with pixels on a screen, okay, instead of with a real flesh and blood woman, okay, thus making your emotional connection to her become more and more distant. It keeps you from expressing healthy affection or vulnerability, qualities that are necessary for a meaningful relationship. See, men who abstain from porn are more in tune with their emotions and are comfortable expressing them in a healthy and a mature way. This emotional availability makes them more attractive to high-value women who seek partners capable of deep connection and intimacy. Number 6, and this is a big one, especially for those of you guys that complain about women not being attracted to you because you're not 6 foot tall, okay? Number 6, the thing that porn will kill in your life is your attractiveness. Guys, if you're constantly complaining about women not being attracted to you because of your height or because of some characteristic, and you're watching porn on a regular basis, hello, it's not your height, it's your frequent porn use. Why? Women can sense and smell a man's aura. They can smell your energy. They know when there's something off about you. And when you're watching porn, it does so many things to you that you don't even realize, okay? You're killing your testosterone, you're lowering your energy. When you walk out into the real world, you're not communicating with people, you're not making eye contact with people, you're not developing yourself socially, you're not developing yourself in every way that you could be developing yourself. Try this experiment. Stop watching porn for just 60 days. Try it. 60 days, and I guarantee you, your attractiveness level will go up at least 50%. You'll begin to see a difference in the way you look, the way you feel, your energy levels, the way you talk to people. You're not going to care if you get rejected by a woman you talk to or not. Why? Because you now have a new confidence. You're now radiating this new energy, this new aura about you that goes out into the real world and says, you know what? I know I'm not like all those other dudes out there that are being losers at home and watching porn. I'm out in the real world accomplishing great things. And if you don't like me, if you're not attracted to me, I don't care. That's okay. I'm going to continue to pursue my goals because I am purpose-driven. I am not woman-driven. And the 7th thing that it kills, guys, and I think this is the most obvious one, is it's going to kill your rod of thunder, and it's going to turn it into a little retracting worm. Okay, guys, you know you have a problem when you're with a woman and you're touching her and it's about to happen, but you cannot seem to perform or you cannot seem to get it up without a blue chew. Okay, my dad is 75 years old. One thing he was telling me when he grew up in the Midwest is that when he was growing up in his teens and even his 20s, they didn't have Viagra. They didn't have blue chew pills to help a guy get it up. They didn't have that problem. Why? Because they didn't have porn back then. If you wanted to get porn, you had to drive 100 miles to go get it. Now you can just get it on the flip of your phone, right? So when you are not able to perform, when you're not able to get your rod of thunder and pitch your tent anymore, you know you've got a problem. See, so it definitely kills your ability to be intimate with a woman. I read this crazy story from Pam Anderson. You may have read that story where she was talking about in one of her stories about how she was in a bedroom with a guy in a hotel, and she was naked in bed ready to get it on with this guy, and she couldn't understand what was taking him so long. He was in the bathroom watching porn. You know, think about that. Pam Anderson, who was every high school kid during my time, every high school kid's wet dream that wanted to hook up with this woman, you know, she's in the bed naked, okay, ready to get it on. Every guy's dream, especially when she was in her prime, and this guy would rather be in the bathroom watching porn, wanking it to pixels on a screen. Let me tell you guys, when you are consuming porn on a regular basis, and you cannot seem to shake it, your ability to land a high-value woman for a long-term relationship is not going to happen, plain and simple. If you want to continue to watch porn and continue to get your intimacy through pixels on a screen and through these OnlyFans girls and through these girls that don't even care about you, go right ahead. That's your prerogative. You can go ahead and live that life. But if you want to find the one, if you want to find a meaningful relationship with a high-value woman, I highly recommend you get some help and get off the porn, because there is a huge connection between your ability to land and to maintain and keep a high-value woman versus you continually watching porn and having regular porn consumption. Go ahead and DM me, guys, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.